Hi everyone. Hey, I'm Chuck. I'm a trainer here at Davis School District, and today we're going to be talking about mirrors. Mirrors, particularly on our bus. We have 3 on this side, we have 3 on this side, and we have 1 in the bus. Now, these mirrors are what we live and die driving the bus. These will help you take out blind spots. You can see children, of course you can see traffic, and we're going to go around and just look at a couple of them here. We have to, on this side, be able to see our tire, because 90% of our accidents are right-hand accidents caused by drivers not using their mirrors, either improperly or not using them at all. Okay? Now, these mirrors right here are your crossover mirrors. These mirrors will help you keep track of kids crossing. They'll eliminate blind spots in front of the bumpers. That is very important when you're loading and unloading kids and kids running across the street, or maybe kids in a bus loop standing there and talking with their friends. Hi guys, hey, now we're inside the bus and we're still doing our mirrors. Now, the first thing that you need to do prior to adjusting your mirrors is make sure your steering wheel, your seat, your arms and legs are purposely adjusted so we relieve any kind of stress, because we're out there probably 4 to 6 hours a day driving. The first thing, I like to buckle up. I always have a habit of saying, when I hit the seat, I put the seatbelt on, and I get comfortable with the seatbelt. The next thing I do is I reach down here, and I go up or down with the seat, and what I'm doing is, if you take a look at my gorgeous legs, down here I want to get a right angle with when I push on the accelerator or the brake. There is no stress at all. I can freely do it. Now, on my arms, right down here, there's a lever. Make sure the lever's all the way out before you try to move the steering wheel. And I like to have it kind of like where the bluebird kind of looks me right in the face, and I put my hands on there, 10 to 2, and I know sometimes 9 to 3 is more comfortable, but please, 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 have both hands on the wheel at all the times. So I look for a slight bend in my elbow. My shoulders aren't fatigued. Everything is pretty good. And with this in mind, I should be able to go. Now, another thing too, there is an adjustment right here that brings your head, it brings it in and out. On this one right here, it has a spot for your lumbar. The one between your legs, it makes it go closer or further back from your controls. So that's the first thing I do when I come in to my bus. Hi guys, hey, we're back with my new driver. He's in the seat, and I've already explained how to adjust the seats so you're comfortable. The thing that I need to tell our new driver now is where the adjustment knobs are for the mirror, because I will be going out of the bus and explaining the correct way so he can see, or she can see, what's behind the bus and to the sides. So, how we adjust the mirrors are with these 2 knobs right here. Now I'm going to use my pointer and point to them. These right here, with the center, the hollow one, being neutral so you don't bump them. I am going to go outside after you buckle up and get everything adjusted, and then we'll start adjusting the mirrors. Okay? I'll meet you outside. So, are you comfortable the way you are right now? Okay. Then I'll go outside and we'll go from there. Thank you. Now, my new driver is going to actually adjust the mirrors so they can see them properly. Now, let's start with the one on top, our flat mirror. Okay? Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to adjust the mirror so you only have a slight sliver, maybe about half as wide as my stick here, down the side of the bus. And what I also like you to see, I'm going to walk back there for a second and show you with my tire thumper what you need to focus on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, what I've done is I went back, because as drivers, we seldom look up. on a bus when we're driving. Thus we hit branches and everything like that. We hit, when snow flies, we have branches hanging lower. But I wanted the top left-hand corner visible. You don't need to see the sky, just have that in your mirror. But I want 90% of that focused down the side of the bus as far back as you can see. Would you adjust that now for me? Now, I'm going to ask you some questions and move the camera. Can you see all the way back to where the towers are? How about the buses over there parked? The pumps? Okay, good. Now, one other thing. Can you see your rear tire at all? Good, good. Some people can't. Now, I'm going to assume this is adjusted for you. Let's go down to the convex mirror right here. The same thing applies. I just want a strip of bus down the side and the rest focus what you can see back. So let's go ahead and adjust that at this time. You'll have to turn your switch to the other solid dot to do that. Okay, again, I'm going to ask you some questions on what you can see through that mirror. Now, can you see down the side of your bus? Can you see back to where the pumps, the buses are? Okay, can you see your tire, your rear dual? Or a little bit of it? Good. Can you see your stop sign back there? Good. So I am going to assume this is properly adjusted. Now, I'm going to go over to the other side. You might have to shut your door, and we're going to adjust the mirrors the same way, with the emphasis being finding your dual on the right side. Does that make sense? Good. We have to, because like I stated, the first part of the video, most of our accidents are 90% because we don't have people properly using, or the mirrors are improperly adjusted. So I'm going to go over there right now. Okay? Okay, on this one, right now, you're going to have to shut the doors, but want them adjusted the same way the other ones are. Do you want to do that real quick? Shut the doors and go ahead and adjust them? Hello again. Okay, my driver has adjusted both sides of the mirrors like I've wanted to, in accordance with what the district and the state wants. Now, what we want to make sure of the mirrors is there are 3 dots out here that go from the bus straight out. I want to make sure that these mirrors capture those dots. These on the right side are white, and I believe the others are yellow on that side. And that's apparent for lane changers, cars coming over in your lane. You want to be able to see out almost like a pyramid around those dots for any kind of lane maneuver and things like that. Can you see that with those mirrors? Good. I'm glad. Now, let's drop down to our crossover mirrors. Okay? Now, crossover mirrors are almost a life support system for our kids. You know, I think sometimes they were designed especially for kids because we have small kids, tall kids, medium kids, but kids be kids, they like to run and sometimes they stop in front of your bus. Now, here's how we're going to adjust those. I am going to adjust this side first, and I'm going to ask you some questions of what you can see, okay? So I'll come over to that side. Okay, right now, can you see the first 3 dots where your bumper is? The next 3, the middle dots. Okay, let's get it adjusted so you can see those, okay? Is this the right way? Can you see them now? Okay. Can you see the furthest 3 dots? Good. Let's adjust the same one for the other side. On this one, can you see the dots right in front of the bumper? How about the middle 3 dots? Well, I can adjust it. Can you see the top 3 dots? Good. So that's telling me all your mirrors are properly adjusted for you. Now, we have one more mirror that we have to adjust, and that is our student mirror. It's not a rear view mirror, it's a student mirror. And to accomplish that, now, sometimes these are hard to adjust. They don't adjust in and out, they go up and down. We need to be able to see from this seat all the way back to where it says emergency exit. Can you see that? You can, good. So I'm assuming now that you have all your mirrors adjusted. Is that correct? Or do we need some more on this? Down a little bit. Is that good right there? Good. Hi guys. Hey, I've got my trainee out of the seat right now, and what I'm doing is, it's no slight on them, but I'm going to quality check what he can see. Yes, there are height differences, and a person 5'2" is going to see something different than a person that's 6'2" or 6'7". So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit in my seat here. Notice I'm not adjusting anything of his. So I'm going to look. I can see my tire on this one. I can see back on this one. I can see the upper part on this one. I can see my tire on this one. I can see all my dots on all 3. I'm going to say he's good to go. Now, that doesn't mean the driver or myself, when I'm driving, we don't rock and roll a little bit so we can see. Especially sometimes when you get into a heavy traffic volume, you might want to look a little bit. And especially concerned when there's kids around. Looking down your bus, the side of the bus, in front of the bus. Rock and rolling is a term we use. That kind of wraps it up for our mirror adjustment. A few things I'd like to talk to you about. If you're ever in a situation where you just cannot get it adjusted properly, grab a trainer. Call the training department. Go up and talk to Dwayne, Shanda, or even Adrian, and they can assign someone to help you. But don't take it for granted, if you can't see it, that nothing will happen. Let's get that mirror adjusted promptly, quickly, before you go out on your route, okay? Now, this is done to tell you, hey, thank you. We need you guys. We appreciate you. Have a great day, and let us help you when we can. Thanks.